You didn't know they had a widow, unless it was called out, because you can see her up there.
I was suspecting that they had a widow.
Yeah.
And there it is.
Yep. Nice flashy headshot. Okay, so you have a Mercy on your team, but for most of it, she's not on you. So, okay, immediately, really good play. I feel like this was something we talked about last time, but you're using this wall for cover. It's so good, so good. I was like, ah, so good already. This is good. GM-Pharah right here. So, but it was good because they have a widow, and you want to be playing around cover anyways. Huge pull. Almost got into it. Okay.
I've been trying to work on staying in the sky more.
Yeah, staying in the sky is important, and also what you were doing there, and throughout this whole fight really, is you're kind of bouncing between targets a lot.
Yeah.
So like you're on the Mei, oh she ice blocked, it's fine. Oh I want the Mercy, oh she's up in the sky, okay I'm back on the Mei, who's low, and then you know who we're shooting at now. Oh the Zarya's low, okay, well we got her, so that was good. And then the Widow, and then okay.
My favorite part.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. But then you died of Mei, so.
Yeah. Sorry, I still got that annoying Widowmaker.
Okay. All right, so flying and picking your target is important, and when you're flying up you can kind of lower your altitude and drop on them and like shoot them directly above and stuff, but staying on the one target, whether it's the Mei who's low and she ice blocks, okay, maybe the team said okay she has no ice block, shoot someone else while she's in it and then get back to the Mei or whoever your team's calling. But it seems like you're trying to shoot a lot of people, and then like Zarya used bubble, and you're like, oh, I'm not shooting her anymore. I'm shooting the Mercy. Oh, the Mercy flew. Okay, she's gone. I am shooting someone else. So prioritizing your target and keeping on them until they're dead, because your bullets don't have damage fall off, so you can be poking them from like super far away if you have to, or you can fly up to them, which is what you did with the Widow too. I noticed when you're shooting someone like the Widow, you fly towards them a lot of times, and even in a straight line. So a better Widow definitely would have killed you there. But you do it a few times too, so keep an eye out for that. Just like flying at the person you're shooting, which is a weird, I feel like that's a habit. It's good. I like to use the window. Team's down 2, you res, down another. Big pull. And I think you go for ult here basically as soon as you get it, after this wall goes down. Yeah.
That's what
Okay, I don't know if you plan to do that with the pull, but it was really good.
Yeah.
So that's good, using your team for comboing, because a lot of times, like, I mean, you had the Mercy, well, I can't remember who died, but you have a Mercy who can be damage boosting you. You have a Diva who can be DMing you, at least for the 1 or 2 seconds she can fly at you and protect you. You have the Orisa who can hold them. So that's all really good, and using those things and calling that when you have your ult and stuff is really good. But also looking out for what the enemy has to counter your ult. So they have the shield, obviously, which you can eventually break. They have Sleep Dart. They have Widow one-shot potential. They have Zarya bubbles. And that, I think the Zarya bubbles are what stopped you from getting more value there.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, but it was good. It was good into a 3-man pull or whatever it was. But so like when you have your ult, just kind of keep track. Okay, she used her sleep. That's green light. We're good to go. Okay, she used both bubbles. Awesome. That's even better. Like, because you can break bubbles and stuff. The real thing was the headshot, which the Widow I think was dead, and the Ana sleep.
Let's get you back out there. I will not waste this opportunity.
Okay, and then this is where you start playing. I mean, you're still playing behind a wall, which is really good, but you're playing kind of up, like you're frontlining a lot, and you're flying pretty low. And flying low actually gets you a little bit later on, but that was good because you had the roof over the doorway there to fall back on, and you got the kill on the Zarya, which is huge. And now you have eyes on the supports, but you're on the ground. So yeah, and then Bob cleans up. So about flying indoors, like obviously flying indoors, you have an easier time hitting people because of splash damage and stuff, and also they can't really escape. But you can't escape either. So like going in there was probably not a great idea. Staying outside of it and protecting the door, blasting through the door, through hallways or whatever, is probably better. And yeah, so just like obviously there's two sides of that coin where you have a better shot on them, but they also have a way cleaner shot on you. But other than that, it was pretty good. It worked out. And this is fine because it's just the Mei and you're trying to secure her. Yikes.
Yikes. I got another there though.
Yeah.
This is also one of my proud moments, what I do over here later on.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty soon, actually.
Team up for special attack.
So this is enough. Just putting pressure on the door, and then bam. Huge. Broke shield and got 3. And then your team just absolutely cleans up.
They really do, though.
Yeah, that was a huge ult. Also, during this whole game, you're not really using E a whole lot.
Yeah.
Gotta work on that.
When is the best time to use it other than what I like to do with Roadhogs?
I mean, I think until you get used to using it, I think you should just use it on cooldown. Because any kind of displacement on someone who's, you know, a Reinhardt who's trying to walk forward or something, and you boop them sideways, or you know, a Hanzo trying to line up a shot, or Mercy going for res, or anything, or Ana trying to hit her shots. Just start using it and getting the feel of using it and shooting them after you boop them. So like boop, shoot, and shoot where they're going, you know? Like prediction shot where they're going. And you're pretty good at the prediction shots. So just start using E everywhere.
Stop the payload.
Alright, and you guys end up losing second here.
No mercy.
Okay, so what is the team looking like right now? How do I... Okay, so at least there's only 4 of you here. You, the Mercy, Moira, Ryan. 2 of you got poo-poo spawn. And there's just a Zarya here who's half health. She's high charge though. And there's a Tracer. And it looks like everybody's dealing with the Tracer or something. I don't really know what's going on. I would have been calling for the Zarya because Zarya's pushed up here and can definitely die. But you're fighting her alone. And what ends up happening here is she uses bubble and just beams you down. And I think it's because you had used your booster to get up or whatever, or you're flying way too low here and you're flying pretty far away from this wall. So instead of that, you could have, you know, hopped up here onto this high ground here, and you could have blasted her from it and then had some escape, or at least time to back off for the Mercy to come up to you and help you. But yeah, you'll see what I mean right here. Oh god.
I did call out that she was low.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure. It happens to me all the time when I push up as Reinhardt and I'm like, hey, yo, let's get this person. And my team's like, I'm not gonna. And then I'm like, okay, I'll just die.
Even though they're low.
Yeah. Yeah. So Tracer blinks behind. You're on her. You're on the Zarya. She's half. She didn't even bubble, so she definitely could have died. But you were flying really low there. And you didn't have your booster to fly up, obviously, because you just used it. So maybe you just got a little too aggressive there. But, you know, probably because you were down 2. Even though, like, that's a hard situation because really your team should have helped you there. I feel like your team should have helped you, but... Also, last time we talked about turning around, pressing E on a wall, and that helping to boost you forward in the flight. That can help. So close to getting that Tracer, and so close to being able to boost out of that tire.
Yeah.
And I know you would have too, and that would have been really good. If you had just one more second, you would have boosted up, and Mercy would have flown to you, and you would have saved them both.
I will
But
not fail again.
it happens, and you guys just get steamrolled on second, pretty much. It's really easy to start staggering and losing position on second on this map.
I am empowered. This is not your time.
I don't know how they got their res off, but they died for it. And then, yeah, they just have ults to clean up here.
Hello.
Yeah, so it looked like you went to leave that fight early, and then you were like, oh shoot, they don't have it yet. And then, you know, you kind of stayed and peppered, and but it's alright.
Waste this opportunity.
Yeah.
That was good. Okay.
I could have ulted over here actually, but that Ana was starting to get on my ass.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think you had a good ult. You take care of the Ryan and his shield, and that opens way for D.Va Bomb. Even though you guys probably didn't coordinate that, it was still really good. 2 ults to win the fight. Then you clean up, easy. So you do. Okay. So in that last fight, Junk was like half, but he was getting healed by the Mercy, and then you were just like, okay, screw it, I'm just gonna get the Rhine, which was fine, it worked out. But trying to remember, like, focusing on the person who's low, or who's most important. So on their team right now, they have the Ana, Mercy, Rhine, Zarya, Junk, Tracer. The best person for you to be either putting pressure on, or zoning, or killing is probably the Ana. The Mercy can use Guardian Angel to get away. Ryan obviously has his shield. It's good to pressure him and his shield, obviously, but Zarya has bubbles. Junk is another person who's pretty good, but he has the mines for mobility, and Tracer obviously has blinks and recall. So the Ana is a really good target for you, as long as, you know, she doesn't start focusing you down. But other than that, they don't really have a team to deal with you, and the Ana is a good person to look out for. So going into the fight, looking out for who you can have the most impact on and kill, or zone, or take care of in the fight is a good thought. But you do this a lot too, where you're standing on cart right now, and I don't know, because the fight's over or something, but you see Luna's obviously OO here, junking it, and she's playing a spam hero as well. You're like the Junk of the Sky, spamming the shield down as they walk forward, which is really good. You want to be putting pressure on as soon as you can. Obviously, you don't want to die poking, but poking is really important. So you guys holding the cart here is fine because it's on the corner, and that's the corner you're going to be holding. But you could easily be up forward, right above the Rhine there on that high ground, or on the left somewhere spamming, getting an angle, helping to break that shield early. And as a Pharah too, just because you can fly doesn't mean you can't use high ground. Because if you're on that high ground right above them, they have to deal with you, or else you're going to be behind them, above them. Or even the high ground above Mega to your right, the bit right to your right, like up there too, because you're on high ground, but you can always jump off it and then jump back on it. So that's another thing with, if you're having trouble staying in the air, look for places that you can like regather your boosts and everything that's not on the ground everyone else is on.
Back into the fray.
My ultimate is ready. Go. I'll be
Because staying in the air can be difficult sometimes.
I'm taking care of you. Heroes never die.
See, like where you are right now is perfect, because you have it as cover, but you also have it if you need to refuel. Your D.Va's up there with you, which is great, and you guys absolutely obliterate them here. Orion unfortunately got that pin, but this was like good prioritization here, where you were like, okay, Zarya dead, Ana dead, Ryan dead, Tracer, you're mine. You're gonna recall? I don't think so. Hopefully we get her. You don't. I don't know if you saw the Junk up there, but you heard him. And so look what you're doing again. And I swear.
Well, I mean, no one else is on the payload.
I swear. What is this? What is this?
Please don't question me.
What is that? A rocket? What is that? A knife?
That's a flare.
I've actually never seen that emote, so that's kind of cool. But like doing this, why? Because nobody has to be on payload for it to start moving backwards. Like it's just gonna do that if they're not on it. And that right there, the Junk kill on the Tracer, is the difference between emoting on cart and peppering as they walk in. So, no more emoting on cart, please. As cool as it is, I know you have some dances and, you know, pre-game rituals and everything, but This here, I watched this back a few times because you immediately go for the junk, who's obviously an easy target. And they had shattered, so I don't know if it was a combination of the shatter and the tire.
Yeah.
But maybe
I get slapped.
yeah, maybe trying to hit the tire too though, because I don't know if your whole team was shattered. I watched it a few times, but I only watch it from your perspective because I'm low brain. But because the tire only has 100 health, junk has 200, but he gets a 3k and yeah, that wins a fight.
Raptora systems online.
The payload is approaching its destiny. 30 seconds remaining.
So like that was good going for the Mercy who was in the air and everything, but again like she can get away a lot easier than someone like the Ana, who is in the back half, and then you do get her, which was awesome. Then they might res it, but by that time you guys are cleaning up.
10 seconds remaining.
And then yeah, huge. Clean up
Operating
ulti,
at maximum efficiency.
and then yeah, that was the game.
Got him.
So
Victory.
like takeaways, don't fly towards your target, even though it's easier to hit your shots flying in a straight line and flying at them, getting closer. Try not to do that. Just start Eing everywhere, and then you'll get a feel for how it boops, where they boop, and then you can try to follow up on it. But just displacing enemies is really good. If you're not sure how to use it effectively, like doing that and using it, you'll get a feel for how to use it better too. But it's part of her kit, so just start eating everywhere.
I'll start eating.
Just start eating.
Yeah.
And, it was good like coordinating the pull and the ult and everything. Also try shooting and then ulting immediately, because I think you can cancel your shot with the ult animation, so like you get that extra burst of damage, but that's kind of like
All right.
that's like a more advanced thing.
Yeah.
You know, using high ground and stuff, staying in the air, all the stuff from last time. But I mean, this game definitely was better. You guys won, obviously. But yeah, it was good to see like hovering around walls and stuff, because you had a Mercy this game, but like you didn't have a pocket. Like she touched on you a few times for health, but that was about it. So other than that, it was like really good for playing without a pocket.
I was proud of that play.
Yeah. Yeah, you had a few huge barrages. You had a few clutch moments getting kills. So it was good. And obviously you felt pretty good about this game. Yeah.
Next time we do a replay, I'll make sure to emote on the payload for you.
Oh god. Do it on defense in the beginning or something. I don't know. Like pre-game. But do you have any questions or?
No.
I'm good. Was there anything?
I just want to know what you mean by the ult and shoot animation.
Okay, I'll show you that right now.
Okay.
I don't know if you go for sneaky barrages, but that can help too. And then dropping on them.
Justice
And just shooting and then pressing Q immediately, and you get that extra rocket in instead of just pressing Q. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So it's just
shot. Okay.
because your rockets out of your gun right now do way more than obviously the little tiny rockets. So if you're aiming for like this cluster of 3 of them, you can aim your first rocket Q immediately, and that helps you get that burst damage to kill them faster, and you know then you have the rest of your ult.
The ult?
No, you can't do it without the ult. Hold on, let me get it again because I'm a dingus. Okay, so you have it, and then just like, okay, so like say I'm gonna do it on these 3. You drop, use your shot, and then press Q. Okay, so now I'm actually gonna do it. I'm not gonna fake you out. Okay, I'll do it on this one. Like that.
Oh, okay.
So you get the extra bullet in.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
And that's because obviously these do way more damage. I can't remember what directs do, but yeah. But yeah, that's way more advanced than like some of the other stuff is like. Probably should work on this stuff first, but you know you only get ult every few times a game, so doing a little bit more with it, maybe you can practice that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. No. All right. We're done.
No.
We're done.